Let's get right into this review for Rental Family. Alright, so this film is directed by Hikari. I believe this is her first theatrical release film, so kudos to her and that big milestone accomplishment. Now the story here stars Brendan Fraser as the main lead. He plays a struggling actor who is having a difficult time finding purpose in life. That is until he meets a Japanese agency who gives him unusual gigs to play profound stand-in roles for various strangers in Japan. Now right off the bat, I have to say I was thoroughly impressed with the previews leading up to the film. I'm pretty sure that I only saw the trailer for this once during a pre-screening for a different film, yet I was immediately on board with what this cinematic package seemingly had to offer. There was an immediate sense of originality and uniqueness to this film's identity through the trailer that I witnessed, and I thought this could potentially turn out to be one of the more heartwarming dramas to come out this year. I also love Brendan Fraser's comeback into the world of cinema, so I was excited to see him take on the mantle of the main lead again. Now that I watched the film, what did I think about the cinematic package here? I thought this was a highly original, fantastic cinematic experience. This film is probably one of the best slow burn film experiences that hit home in all the right ways. The visuals are wonderful, the casting was fantastic, and there's a subtle level of profoundness to all of the themes being explored within the story beats that I absolutely loved witnessing on the big screen. Themes dealing with personal loneliness, the necessity of human connection, and the fabricated lies we often tell ourselves for better or for worse are all dealt with effectively in this narrative. There were several golden moments to make me truly feel the emotional impact the film reaches for in several pivotal scenarios throughout the acts. This film remains steadily grounded in realism with a heart of gold woven into the experience as the core tone, which tugs and pulls in all the right ways as the story progresses. This film and The Life of Chuck are two of my more recent profound cinematic experiences at the theaters, and I am glad that I made the time to check these films out. So kudos to everyone involved in this film. There's a lot of depth to this cinematic experience that I thoroughly gobbled up as the viewer. Also, to add on to more positive notes, I thought the story does come full circle by the end of the 1 hour and 50 minute runtime. I didn't find any of the story beats to drag on, as the conclusions for some said story arcs are well worth the wait, especially the one involving an old man. Lastly, this was one of those rare films that I found all of the acts to be equally strong from beginning to end, and I didn't find the experience to waver at any point in the story. And to be quite frank, I honestly don't have a lot of real negatives to say. The story is cohesive, compact, and is one I wouldn't mind checking out again in the near future. My final score for Rental Family is 9.5 out of 10. This is undoubtedly a cinematic experience worthy of your time. I know slow burn films are hard to appreciate for many general audience members out there, but this is one I would still highly recommend you give a chance to at the theaters, especially if what you saw in the trailers gave you any minor level of intrigue. These types of films are why I love going to the theaters and why I'll continue to go in order to garner more cinematic experiences. Anyways, thanks for checking this review out. There'll be more reviews coming next week, so stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe, and I shall see you on my next upload. Until then, stay safe out there and peace.